Talk.
Selling dirty VHS videos of us.
Oh man, I have a fun story, but it's one I can't tell on the podcast.
I think you should tell it on the podcast.
I can't.
I think you should.
I'll tell you on the podcast.
Okay. Joe's going to have to mute.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 8 of the JStation podcast. My name is Joe.
And Jimmy.
I am Jamie.
We are 3 content creators from the UK. Jimmy, is 2 cats enough cats?
Yeah, surprisingly. Great question. I have thought about this, and 2 cats is enough cat.
What made you come to that conclusion?
Because one was nice, but I felt like he could have done with a cat companion. So 2 is a good number. If I got 3, they're just going to be all scatting all over the place. They're already a handful. Why spill over into crazy cat territory when we've got reasonable amount of cats territory?
Yeah, see, because I do want another one as well. And
Do it.
At one point, Amanda was like, what about if we get 2 more? And then I thought about it, and 1 on its own creates enough stink, enough to make me feel sick. So 2 would double it, 3 would triple it. I'm all right. I think maybe 1 more.
The rule of thumb with multiple cats is you should have +1 litter tray to how many cats you have. So if with 2 cats, you should have 3 litter trays around and so on.
Is that for the owner?
Really?
Yeah, for the owner. So you get an inflatable ball pit, fill it with sand, and shit in it.
Nice.
Do away with toilet, save water.
I can see what Jamie's thinking. And with us buying more cats, when Jamie comes to cat sit, he's not going to be a happy boy. Jamie
I
hates
was gonna
cat
say-
sitting.
I'm very much of the opinion that 1 cat is too many cats and 0 cats is the right amount of cats.
But
I
you
thought it
loved
was
Alfie secretly.
Yeah, I thought it was just Alfie was the problem.
Alfie is a dick. Alfie's a dick. I'm sorry, Jim, he is.
He is. No, I don't disagree with you. He's an asshole.
For anyone who hasn't heard the story yet, I tell it a lot. We tell it a lot, I think.
I think you tell
cat
that a
sit.
lot.
How
In
dare
other
you.
words, Jamie, don't let it go.
I'm not bitter. Fuck you. I cat sat Alfie for like a couple of days. I think. I feel like you guys might have gone up to Norfolk or something. I can't really remember.
Yeah, I think so.
It was to be fair to Alfie. Like I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I was away for quite a lot of the day. I had 2 jobs. He had no attention pretty much the entire day. I'd come back and obviously all he'd want is attention. And I'm like, I'm just not.
I'm so
Please leave
tired.
me alone. So he got his own back by stealing a slice of my pizza that I'd ordered that night or one of the nights. And I genuinely, like, he opened the box overnight, took a single slice, closed the box again, ate everything but the crust of the pizza. And I really wish I was making this. It's almost to the point where it was so impressive that I almost want to not be angry at him. But the bit that pissed me off the most was that he then decided to have a nice squitty shit literally next to the litter tray. Next to it. It was like not even a foot away. It was literally next to the litter tray. And I was fucking raging. Because I was like, that's just disrespectful.
See, I've also cat sit Alfie as well. I didn't have any of those problems.
Oh
It
yeah,
was just,
no one else
he-
has ever had any problems with Alfie. Not even
Well,
Sammy and Asa when they've
I
gone
wouldn't
to...
say I didn't have any problems with Alfie. He's a compared to the cat I have anyway. He's a thick, chunky boy and very heavy-footed.
He's
And,
so heavy-footed.
He is heavy-footed.
I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but we kept our door open overnight so Alfie could come and go as he pleased. And when we do it with Belle, our cat, who's small, petite, female cat, she doesn't bother us all night. Or if she comes in the room, she's so quiet, you don't even know she's there. With Alfie, it's like he's got 2 lead feet. He jumps up onto the window, pulls down the curtain, wakes up the neighbours, sirens are going off. It's absolute carnage. I didn't get much sleep. But luckily the next night we learnt to close the door and it kind of worked a treat. Other than that, he wasn't really much of an issue. He was just he was a loud boy.
I feel like most cats like to be quite nimble and stealthy and like kind of run around the house like a little ninja, whereas Alfie just wants you to know that he's there and everywhere
fucking
else. that is Alfie.
Time to hide, motherfucker.
I don't think he'd ever lived in a property where there was smooth, hard flooring as well. Because when we cat sat him. He thought it was all carpet, so when he
Yeah.
tried running, realised he couldn't stop. The amount of time he left a dent in the wall was impressive. Actually, Alfie's got a hard head. I'll give him
He
his
has.
dues.
Thick-skulled boy, but God love him anyway.
Well, I've not met Link.
No,
We haven't. No, we got so we moved away out of where we were into sort of about an hour away, drive north, got a house and stuff, and then we were like, this is loads of room, and Alfie's on his own for a lot of the day because I was on a different role in my job at the time, and so we were like, let's get him a cat friend, so he has someone to annoy all day.
I'm surprised how well Alfie took to a friend as well.
It took a while. He didn't like him at first.
True. I mean, that was going to be the case, though.
Yeah.
Cats hate new things.
We had to do the whole like slow introduction thing, and Alfie was like super curious, and they're like sniffing each other, and it was fine. And we're like, oh, they're kind of like used to each other's scent now, so we let Alfie in a little bit early, then they just started hissing at each other. We're like, nope, too soon. Had to like close them out again because you have to do like an introduction, so they get used to the smells first.
How long did it take for them to be good?
About a week. It should be like
I was
2 weeks.
expecting
that
to
you,
say
like,
longer
separate
than
them and
that.
stuff, but we were like, yeah, we sort of like went through it a bit quicker, which is cool, and it worked out nicely. But there was a time where we had to take Link to the vet to get him snipped and microchipped and everything else. And you can tell the nurses had been fussing him because he smelled of perfume. So we bring Link back, and Alfie smells the perfume on him and immediately gets really angry and starts attacking him.
Oh no!
Are you sure it wasn't a case of where have your giblets gone? I'm not happy about this.
Yeah.
Get some, punk.
Where your balls, boy?
I mean, mine are gone as well, but you were supposed to carry them for the both of us, and now they're gone as well.
You were the chosen one, like crying, like everyone.
Who's meant to spaff all over the furniture now?
I've got the high ground, Link.
Well, that's exactly why you kind of have to neuter them. If not, they do spray all over your furniture and it stinks, and you don't want that. You don't want to be dealing with that. It's stinky.
No, our cat did go through a phase as well. We didn't get neutered in time. She didn't do any of that, luckily. She just got damn horny. She just got damn randy. Like, she wanted to do with anything that was walking, including me, including Amanda. She would just sit down on the floor in front of us and present herself and start looking round at us all suggestive like, and start making really weird noises I've never heard from a cat before. But she would literally shake her ass to try and get more attention. She'd be lying on her front, hands down on the floor, butt up in the air, shaking it like Mama gave it to her.
Shake what your mama gave you.
And we couldn't get her a appointment to get her fixed as well, because this was right at the beginning of lockdown where everything was shut. So we had 2 months of it.
They say for females, they're meant to sort of have like 1 or 2 like moments in heat to sort
They
of
are?
like regulate the body
Okay.
a bit, and then it's like safer for them to remove it. I don't know how true that is, but apparently that is the
Well,
case.
then
But with boys,
our
you can
laziness helped.
just- yeah. So if anything, she's better off because of that. Yeah, sorted.
To prevent the smell in Joe's house, they have also cut Joe's balls off to stop him from spraying everywhere.
Yeah,
Nobody wants
that's
that.
true.
Just wakes up and it used to go everywhere.
I am now much more calm, though.
At peace.
Yeah.
Zen.
My counsellor has noticed a big difference in my attitude, which is good. 5 steps and everything.
The 5-step program was step 2. Get your nuts removed to step
Chop
1.
balls off.
If that's step 1, what the fuck is like step 3 and 4? Holy shit.
It's like need to wake yourself up. Like, step 1, hold your breath. Step 2, have a nice cold drink of water. Step 3, kill a man. You'll never feel more alive in murdering someone.
I feel like this 5-step program took a turn for the worse.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'd recommend it.
Only for the victim.
Yeah. Exactly. Be a predator, not the... I don't know. This is starting to sound like those sleazy sort of like how to speak to women conventions now. Be the predator,
Please,
not the prey.
nobody-
Make yourself peacocked. I don't know.
Nobody take our advice on anything, especially to do with talking to women. It's not happening. I'm sorry.
Although we're about to give you a bunch of advice. Not talking
We are. Well, we're not. We're going to be talking about what it takes to be an adult.
Is talking to women sensibly part of being an adult? I think it is.
Yeah,
Talking to them sensibly, yes. Talking to them to try and woo them, definitely not in our
true.
not in our vocabulary of education, I'd say.
We could talk to them about tax. That'll woo them, right?
Because the way that me and Tegan got together was we both didn't tell each other how we felt for a long time. So that worked out great.
Nerds.
Very cute when you told me that. You're like, I've told her how she feels. She feels the same way. This is the best. It was very cute.
It was good.
No.
Finally mustered up the courage to do it.
Mustard. That's going to be in the best man speech somewhere.
What, mustard?
This whole story and mustard, yeah.
So we were talking about Dijon mustard, right? And I say to her, I think you're quite cute, actually.
Oh no, I want the best man to make up something, like make up this big story about how we met. Like we went like hunting sharks or something. That's how we met. For all
we
the
were
people
in the French
that
Polynesia, spreading the word of Jesus Christ. Missionary work.
Oh, nice.
Would you ever go to the French Polynesia? Would you go? Would you explore it? Go sailing between tiny islands?
Look, I'm gonna be straight with you.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's a group of tiny islands in the middle of the ocean, and they all have like a small population.
That sounds pleasant. Why would I not go?
Exactly.
they don't want.
I mean,
us.
I know nothing about God and religion. There's nothing I can really give, but I'll go.
You can give your experience as a man, like you are to the podcast listeners now, about our J3 TED Talk, how to be an adult, or how to be a person, a grown-up.
Well, okay, so I find the secret, and no one listening to this podcast to anyone outside of the podcast, this is a secret between us. The secrets of being an adult is you don't know what to be. You don't know what to do. Like, you just wing it. That's exactly what I've been doing this whole time. I don't know a thing about being an adult, but I feel like somehow I've got a mortgage, I've got a job, and I did it all by winging it.
I think that's pretty much, that is like the top thing. Like, there's not like you hit like 18, 21 and a switch flips, and all of a sudden you're like wearing slippers, reading a newspaper every Sunday morning, going, kids outside.
And I don't know when
kicking that ball around.
I don't know when that transition happened either. I feel like we're just there.
I think you'll always feel like you're like that 16, 18-year-old. Just the vessel gets older, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, when will I stop listening to Blink-182 and start listening to Frank Sinatra? When does that happen? Because it hasn't happened yet.
Even my granddad, when he was in his 80s, he said the exact same thing. He was like, I never felt like I was old. Like, things obviously got a lot slower, but beyond that, like, in my mind, I was fine.
I always, whenever an elderly relative has told me that I don't feel old, I always take that as I don't feel old, as in I don't feel like I'm past my 60s, as opposed to I feel like I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Because I don't even feel like I'm there yet.
No, exactly. Does it flip on when you like hit the midlife crisis? Like, if you even have one?
I think that's when you realise that, in fact, you have to be an adult. And that's why the midlife crisis hits.
It's like, shit, now I've got to like wisen up, be a good role model to my kids who have already left home. Shit! Dad, why didn't you raise me? You spent all your time playing World of Warcraft. Shut up, little Timmy.
Oh, poor little Timmy. He's still lost in the forest.
I miss him. One day we'll find him.
I doubt it.
But yeah. What do you have? Do you have like a secret of, or not really a secret, but like things that people talk about for being an adult, Jamie?
I'd say that the secret recipe is just get enough sleep.
Oh God,
just sleep. Oh man, you spend so much of your teenage years in your 20s being like, I'm gonna stay up till silly o'clock in the morning, and then you always regret it the next day. But you're like, it's fine. Like I can, not now. Like I'm past 25. It's that point where like I can't stay up past 12 without feeling tired anymore. And then you wake up the next day on like 7.5 hours sleep, and I'm like, I need like 10 hours more. Man, just get enough sleep. Just one day pull yourself together and be like, right, I'm going to try and actually sleep and drink more water, because I don't, although I think I must be a camel or something, or maybe in a past life, because I can go so long without drinking water, and I don't know why. But Teagues can't. Teagues drinks so much water every single day, and I have like maybe a glass or two, if that.
I'm still more than probably not most people have. A lot of people survive alone on like Coca-Cola or lemonade or anything like that.
It's still got water in it though, isn't it? Like I know that doesn't. It kind of doesn't count. But like today, actually in the office, I didn't have a drink at all today until I got home from work, which would have been like just gone 6. I didn't have anything to drink at all, and I was fine. Like I didn't feel thirsty or anything. It's very strange.
Okay, this is going to sound really adulty and really boring, but actually, now the more we talk about it, the more I realise I am doing boring adult stuff, and
Nice.
one of them is pouring a pint of water before I go to bed and then downing it in the morning just so I can be more hydrated. And the reason I don't pour it in the morning is because it's too cold to drink when you've just woken up.
Oh God, yeah.
So I get it
shocks you.
room-ish temperature, ready for the next day, and I hate myself.
But that's unrelated.
That's a good practice.
That's unrelated. It is good practice, and it definitely, I can notice the days where I don't do that, because during the day I probably feel more lethargic. It does make a difference. Kids, drink water.
Yeah. Hydro homies. Out there, fist
Hydro
bump your
homies.
camera /phone /PC right now. I'm punching my screen for drinking water. 2 litres a day-ish.
I feel like you've truly become an adult as well when you can get enough sleep.
Yeah.
So many people struggle. So many people can't go to sleep on time or when they want to. If you've solved that riddle, please let me know how you do it, because I can't. I'm struggling. Have you guys figured out a way to get to sleep at a good time?
No.
Yes, but not like. And for me, it's more of a. I will fall asleep sooner if I just don't put my iPad on and just turn the lights out. Because normally,
How normal and boring.
I
don't want
know.
to know that.
Normally, I'd go to sleep and I like to kind of like watch something and fall asleep, but I always end up getting a bit too invested, and it's then like 1:30, and I'm like, oh, I'm still awake. This hasn't helped. But if I just get into bed and don't put anything on and turn the light off, I do actually fall asleep relatively quickly, which has blown my mind because this has only happened in the past few months that I've noticed that I can actually get a decent amount of sleep.
I can't believe we live in a universe where Jamie doesn't fall asleep with his iPad on.
Oh no, it's not right, is it?
What happened to the Jamie who'd do his coursework the night before at 3 a.m. and get an A or a first or whatever?
I'm still very much towards the deadline kind of guy, don't worry. But I feel like you're still probably livid about that, and it wasn't even
Not livid, I'm just envious. I wish I had that ability.
I am also very envious of that.
I put
whoopsie.
buttloads of effort into my work, and I still only got a 2-1.
Bucks New Uni, if you're listening. Jimmy's lying. Please don't take my diploma away from me.
Well, they can't now. They've issued it. You're safe. You just get an email tomorrow like, we've revoked your degree.
We heard what you said on your podcast.
Only just scraped my 2-1.
Yeah, me too. I think I literally hit 60%.
I got to apply for what's the word for it when you're just underneath and you have to try and get that
Like a
boost?
Dispute. I don't think that's the right
Kind
word.
of,
but
yeah. There's a
yeah.
word for it that it's not that.
I think it does begin with a D.
It's like a plea of some kind.
A plea.
But yeah, I can't remember what it is.
God, if you're listening, if you're up there.
I had an advantage with that plea that I got knocked unconscious literally like the week before my dissertation was due,
No shit.
and made up some. Actually, it probably wasn't bollocks. It probably did make a difference that I couldn't think straight whilst doing the end bit of that dissertation.
Well, yeah, you would have been recovering from a concussion.
Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't have left it all for the last week. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I thought I'd start early on my dissertation, give myself plenty of time, and I did. I started well early, and I was well happy with myself. And then I thought, yeah, I've done a good amount of work here.
You fell into the trap.
Yeah, that's it. And then you think, like, right, I can leave it for a little bit now. I'm way ahead. Then a week before it's due comes, and you're like, I haven't done anything more.
Here's another secret of being an adult. If you're a student, right, and you do your coursework like in the first week, and you watch everyone on the day before panicking because they haven't done it yet, there's no better feeling than being like, yeah, I've got this in the bag. This is all good. I'm fine.
I wouldn't know what that feels like.
Oh man, it was the best. I didn't do it all the time. I only did it like once or twice, and I was just like, I'm gonna do this all the time, and then didn't.
I was
Yeah, I know
always
we're
like,
joking
yeah, I
from
get
there.
this done whenever. Like, I've got time. I've got ages to get it done. And then I'll remember like 2 days before, and I'm like, fuck, I need to get this done. And I'd end up just staying up all night listening to Daft Punk while doing my coursework. It was my go-to.
Up all night to do work.
It was my go-to. That or Tremonti, I think. I just sit and listen to them like the whole way through the night.
I remember you got
Just
sick
get my
of
coursework
Tremonti
done.
because you listened to so much of it.
I did listen to so much of it, but it helped me get through my coursework. Thank you, Tremonti. Thank you very much.
Shout out to Mark Tremonti. Send us a signed guitar, please.
Shout out to Tremonti.
Shout out.
Weirdly enough, don't listen to Alter Bridge, but do listen to Mark Tremonti. What?
Really?
But yeah.
Are Walter Bridge still going?
Think so, yeah. My cousin, Crunch Malunch, follow him on Twitch, is a very big fan. I think he's got a tattoo, an Alter Bridge tattoo, I think,
Nice.
if I'm not mistaken. He loves them.
Okay, so far on secrets of being an adult,
And an adult.
wing it, get enough sleep, drink plenty of water, do your coursework in advance.
Oh, also, I'd like to throw this in. Start being sensible with your money early.
Oh, God,
Or
yeah.
at least just start saving early, because, oh my God, I'm nearly 30 and I'm only now going to soon enough be able to afford a mortgage.
Yeah.
And it's long overdue. And you'll be like, I mean, obviously I don't regret the decision to go and do like the California road trip that we did years ago. Like, that was a big chunk of money that we spent on that obviously could have gone towards future lifetime things, but it was one of the best, well, possibly the best holiday I've ever been on, and I don't regret it. But be sensible with your money and save early, because if you don't, you'll then probably end up in some sort of rented house somewhere and never see your money ever again.
Way to call out a generation there, Jamie.
Nowadays, in this age, 30 getting a mortgage ain't
It's
bad.
quite average, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad. I know people want to get there sooner, and they speak to their parents and ask them when they got a mortgage, and they're able to get it way sooner. But times are different.
Yeah.
Wages are maybe doubled, but the house prices have way more than quadrupled since
Sure
our
have.
parents bought. So
Yeah.
That's more
It's,
motivation to start saving early, because it becomes more difficult, or it's becoming more difficult, at least.
yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, don't get down if you can't, because
No, of course.
it's
But it's what I definitely suffered from, was not having enough savings and then getting into rented and then just couldn't afford to save for a long
Yeah.
time. And then
So
it
just rolling over
really
each
puts a
time,
hold on you being able to do stuff in, when you get older. And also, another thing I'd say, opt in for the pension scheme with your
Yeah.
job. Do it.
Well, you're
Just
automatic.
do it.
If you're in the UK, you're automatically enrolled, but don't unenroll just because you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, get an extra £200 a month. No, it's not worth it. Just keep it
Keep
in there.
Keep it.
The longer you got that going, the better.
It's not even that much. I know that it's gone up recently. Well, when I say recently, but it's 5% for us now, and it's worth it. Like 100% worth it when you get your future you will thank past you.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I think you auto-enroll with free, and there's like a scheme from the government that will like help your employee put money in up to 5% or something like that.
It's the other way around.
5 for us,
5% for
the
you, 3 for
employee,
employer.
Yeah, well, there you are. There you are then.
which is more than what it was, because I think it was 3 and 2 before.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously, going to chuck this out there. This is for the UK. Don't know what it's like in your country if you're not in the UK, but that's what it's
Yeah.
like over here.
Still put
No
money in
idea.
the pension, though.
But yes, either way, put money in your pension, save money early, drink water, get sleep.
Yeah. I'm going
So
to
just save lives,
round
Save
off.
lives.
drink water, get a pension.
There's got to be more. There has to be more things.
I was going to say I'm going to round off this segment because we've still got a lot to talk about. I'm
I
gonna,
think that kind of leads on nicely to the next segment, really.
I have a nice thing to say, though.
But I'm not going to interrupt that. I'm not going
It's
to
okay, Jim.
steal you
Just-
of that opportunity, Jimmy.
Just cut this bit out.
say your thing.
So going on to wins of the week. I was going to say, well, we have talked about like life advice and things that you could be doing to sort of just like sort of help you on your journey, so to speak. One thing I'd like to say is to sort of like spend a little time to like get to know yourself, because you're going to be in a position probably where your mindset might be focused around trying to please other people or trying to please your boss or anything like that. But you know, you got to live your own life too, and you know, you got to be in a good, well, try to be in a good mental place while you're doing that. So just take a time to like learn what you like and what sort of brings you peace. So when the challenges that will inevitably come to you down the road. You know, you have some sort of like something built up within you to sort of help you deal with any issues that may come at you, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. That's something I've been trying to figure out recently, actually, because I enjoy everything we've been doing with this content creation. I feel like I need something else as well now, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. I'd like something else on the side that I can kind of distract my attention from, because I feel like I sit down after a stream and I'm like, what now? What else do I think about? Because I need something else. And yeah, I agree with that.
This all sounds kind of cliche, doesn't it? But it actually really does apply, and you can't hear it enough, in my opinion. Stuff like this, like get time to figure yourself out and what it is you want. Like it sounds really cliche, but like when you sit down and actually do it, you're like, oh wow, I needed this.
Yeah. Like what's it called? Like an inner perspective, something like that.
And take it from me, it's not something that you can just figure out overnight as well.
Well, you can if you leave things till the last minute, like I do. Then it's, you know.
Unless you're Jamie.
Set yourself a deadline and then do it 5 minutes before.
I need to figure out what I'm about by the end of this year, and then rolls on December 30th. Shit.
Speaking of things and reflecting on the positive things in life and all that good stuff, we have
Jimmy's camera's just dropped.
Yeah,
technical difficulties, non-podcast related.
Yeah, so
you just look like a void. It's fine.
But we could, while I'm trying to fix this, maybe talk about wins of the week, maybe.
Well, I thought it would make most sense to go on to your win of the week first, because talking about secrets of being an adult, one of the, well, I'll let Jimmy say, but one of the biggest things about being an adult is probably Jimmy's win of the week. Jimmy.
Making crazy financial decisions, but our win of the week is that me and Jodie are buying a house together, which is incredibly exciting. I hiccuped whilst cheering. Thank you very much. Yes, that's incredibly scary and exciting, but scary for the financial part of it and exciting for the having a house. There's always one knobhead. I bet Jamie's that kid in school as well. They're like, everyone does the round of applause at the end of assembly or whatever, and he's just like,
someone has to get the last clap, man.
And it's gonna be me.
But yeah, we're very excited that Jimmy's finally buying a house that all three of us can move into. We're very excited.
Yeah.
The J3 shack.
Mm-hmm. I think we figured out that Jodie's going to be sleeping in one of the bathrooms somewhere, and we're going to have the main bedroom and a triple king-size bed. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
Triple
it.
king.
Nice. Triple king-sized bed. It's basically, you go into the room and the whole room is a mattress.
I see nothing wrong with this.
That sounds great. Oh,
put yourself down anywhere. And then
can you imagine the pillow fights?
The naughty pillow fights. Who would win?
Are there any other type of pillow fight?
Who would win in a pillow fight? Is this how our wins of the week is going?
How do you make pillow fights more sexy? Do you, like, each time you get hit, take off an article of clothing?
This is implying that you have clothes on to begin with.
Good point.
I was thinking more like you start with lingerie, right?
Yeah.
Head to toe in like stockings, corset, and suspenders, the rest of the kind of thing.
Head to toe in a gimp suit. Slowly start taking it off.
I can imagine the sound of the rubber just like...
Can you imagine how warm that'd get?
That'd be horrible.
Inside, pure leather, in a room made out of a mattress, basically.
Isn't a room made out of a mattress basically just like a cell in an asylum? Isn't that essentially the same thing? But and ours is sexy.
Yeah, a gimp suit, basically one of those suits. What are they called?
Oh, the wraparound jackets.
Yeah, the restraining suits. Yeah, straitjacket, that's the one. Restraining suit. Yeah.
It's like a bougie mental asylum experience.
I'm sure we've just delved into someone's secret fantasies right now.
We could sell this.
Everything is a kink.
The true J3 experience.
This one.
Yeah, I agree.
We're going to sell like tickets on the door. Is it going to be like a pre-booking thing when you come in and have some sexy, weird asylum pillow fight with the boys?
It's got to be pre-booking. You can't do that. Just walk in.
you can't just do this on the fly.
So long as us three get priority access, though.
Well, we'd be the ones running it. We'd be the ones involved in the fight also, would we not?
Just
Well,
give
good.
Julio a nod on the door and be like, "You right?" And he goes, "Yeah, come in." Is your name on the list? I'm Jimmy. No, I didn't see your name here.
So just to clarify on the Julio thing, are we going to hire someone specifically called Julio, or are we going to hire them and make them aware that whatever their name is, we're going to call them Julio?
We'll go for column A, and if that doesn't work out, we'll go for column B or option
Nice.
B, not column.
Anyway, back to your win of the week, because I feel like we've only ever so slightly derailed.
Yeah.
Not as much as usual with moving from a mortgage to a sexy bourgeois pillow fight thing.
Well, we got
Hosting essentially
in
a
the last
brothel.
episode. Yeah, we've got red lamps in the bedroom, so you know which house to aim for. Is that still a thing? Do people still do that?
Wouldn't it also look like we're possibly growing weed from outside?
Well, the blue lights, yeah, because that'd be the UV light, wouldn't it?
I don't know, Jim. You seem to know an awful lot about this.
When you've run a weed farm or two in your lifetime. Secret of being an adult, get well into Steve. No, I'm joking.
You never spent enough time in Great Yarmouth, Jamie.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
When it snows, you know which house is growing weed because there's no snow on the roofs.
Nice.
It's true.
The little things you don't think about.
Yeah, exactly. Now you know. Now when it snows, you're going to be looking around your neighbourhood and be like, right, who's growing?
Jimmy, win of the week.
Yeah, so I'm growing weed.
We just can't help it.
So it's a 2-bed house, right? Mid terrace. It's huge. It's got garden, 2 gardens, front garden, back garden, conservatory, driveway, garage. It's got the works. Mwah, couldn't be happier.
Which room's going to be the streaming room, though?
That is. You know what? I was thinking about this last night, and I'm not entirely sure. Jodie made a joke that I could put it into the garage.
That'd be the best place for it.
It would be, but I wouldn't. I'd have to sort of put flooring down and stuff and things.
You can do what you want with it. It's yours. You can do all that.
I guess
Ain't got to ask no landlord for permission.
Yeah. I could put it in the conservatory because then everyone can watch me stream while I'm streaming. If that makes sense.
Get great lighting in there. Well, during the day.
I mean, if I deck out the entire garage with lights until it's blinding, then I'll have great lighting.
Done.
Easy.
I can help you with putting the flooring down. I did my own living room.
I really want underfloor heating.
Yeah, I know how to do that.
In case you guys aren't
100%.
sure what Joe's floor is, Joe put down a resin floor with onion rings in it.
It smells weird on a hot day.
Not a cold day, though. It smells right.
No, as well, because when you put onion rings in the fridge, they kind of stay kept. So on a cold day, it's all right.
Do you have to replace the onion rings every now and then?
You sometimes have to redo the bat around them.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Underfloor heating's not too complicated, I think. It's like
No?
plastic pipes that you lay up and down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You can get a
Under
mesh
the-
and it's got the pipe attached to it. You just lay the mesh down and then you put the
can- yeah.
insulator and then the flooring.
Don't think
It
it's
is well
too difficult.
confusing if you've got concrete and you need to chisel in a groove.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the front room is laminate. I guess I probably only want it in the kitchen. Not sure. Or in maybe the bathroom, but I don't know if that would be a water
I thought
hazard.
you were talking about having it in the garage for the streaming room.
Yeah, oh man, I didn't even think about that.
That's what
Even
I thought
better.
the whole thing was
Yeah,
about.
that's where I thought we were going as well.
No, I was just talking about how I went back to talking about just things I'd like in the house.
Jimmy, my plumbing and carpentry skills only go so far, so you're going to have to make do with just laminate flooring and
All right.
painted walls. That's all I can do.
I mean, we
And
could
put
do
up
help with
shelves.
painting the walls. There's wallpaper there at the moment that is gross.
I'm proper good
Yeah.
at putting together IKEA furniture, so just bear that in mind.
Nice.
So between us, we can make Jimmy's house look great.
Oh, yeah.
White people renovating houses. We could
Speaking
be
of
the
white
new Randy
people,
Marsh.
Joe, what's your win of the week?
It's I've made a purchase for our content
Oh, no.
specifically.
Speaking of white people, I've made a purchase.
Uh-oh.
Wait, are you looking? You say speaking of white people because I'm the most white out of the three of us? I
No,
thought that
it
was
was-
Jimmy.
It was just didn't even mean anything.
If
It was
you
a
say
terrible, jokey segue.
Straight into the outtakes. Anyway.
Well, funny enough, I've bought myself a third monitor, and on that third monitor right now is this podcast document that is bright white. So this is a white purchase right now. And
Nice.
White goods. It's for fridge, actually. It's
White
just
goods.
Samsung fridge with an LED screen on it. And it's
comes
like
with the
you
house.
stream-
If we sell the property, it comes with it. So yeah, I've now got a third monitor, and it really helps. Whenever we've been doing streaming or recording, there's always something I want to be able to see, something I want to be able to monitor that I can't because I don't have enough real estate on my displays. So I've got myself a third one, and I still don't have enough space, but it helps. It's helped.
Nice.
And actually, it looks so much nicer in this room, having, as opposed to just 2 monitors that are kind of kinked in the middle, having 3 laid out the way they are with like a kind of curve, I guess.
Yeah.
It makes it feel more comfortable in here. And when I bought the monitor, I was on Amazon and I thought, what else can I get at the same time? And I got myself one of those big mouse mats as well, because I had one of those tiny crappy ones as well.
Oh, nice.
So, and it looks really
That's what I
cool.
want.
It's one with a map of the world on it. So now I can cheat when playing GeoGuessr with Jamie.
Nice.
Right, where's Australia?
But it's like a black and grey colour. It looks really cool, blends in with the room.
That
And
sounds
Amanda
good.
works in here during the day, and she says it feels much more cozy and comfortable. And I didn't even think a monitor would do that, but it has. It's made such a difference. I'm happy with this one. I'd recommend buying a third monitor.
Oh, great. Now we have to do it.
I mean, I said
James
that when
first.
Joe does it means I'm going to have to. And now I'm going to have to.
It doesn't have to be a fancy one because you're only looking at it to monitor stuff. It's not like
Yeah.
you're going to be doing. I use the other 2 monitors for gaming and color grading stuff and editing. Because I must admit, the color on this one is pretty garbage. Like this white blank of paper is kind of looking green, but I can live with it.
I wish I could agree with you, but for me, if my monitors don't match, it drives me mad. They
Oh no,
have
that's
to
the
match.
thing though. When they're all off, they look identical. Because I made sure they're all Acer monitors, but some of them are just higher end. But the good thing about Acer is they've made essentially the panel and the bezel around them all the same. So when they're off, they look identical.
Yeah, that's
but
the
obviously
bit
when
that
they're on.
I like. That's the bit that for me has to look the same. As long as like the bezel and the panel looks the same. That's what I'm
Yeah,
about. Because the
I
2
agree.
monitors I bought by Ayama. They're both Ayama monitors, but one of them's just a better one. But they
Yeah.
look exactly the same.
No, I made sure I
And
did
I'll have
that.
to buy another one if I buy.
Because I
another
probably
monitor.
could have cheaped out a bit more and got a different brand, but I couldn't. I had to get the same.
Yeah,
We did the right thing.
Yeah.
I
Stick
just
by
want.
my decision.
I just want to have at least one monitor portrait so that I can put chat on it because chat
Yeah.
disappears so quickly sometimes, and I
Just
scroll into
missed
pain.
so much by accident.
Yeah, and I'm like, if I had one portrait, I could just have it'd be so much better. So that's probably what I do. I might, if I get a third monitor, I might have like one in the middle landscape and then 2 portrait ones either side it. Because when I'm doing development work, development is having a portrait monitor for that is bellissimo.
Makes sense. Now, other than what you just said about chat scrolling too quickly, I don't really have a need for horizontal monitors or vertical monitors rather. And I feel like if I just turn that one, it would ruin this aesthetic that I've got going. Yeah. And I do all of my stuff in 16:9 anyway, so it works out all right for me.
Yeah.
I did see your picture and it did look awesome. I was quite jealous.
And yeah, in that picture I sent as well, I'd literally just plonked it there. I hadn't like managed anything. I've since bought an actual stand for it as well, so it's not like just on its stand that it comes with. So I haven't got 2 prongs on the table. I'm able to like slide the mixer underneath it a bit.
Oh, nice.
So I've got more room on the desk as well.
Oh yeah.
So when we come to recording in the office, it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, that's also a point. We have a middle monitor now. So me and Jamie will be able to see the exact same amount of gaming, while Jimmy will see the most.
I always had the best view being in the middle.
You
And
did.
you still will, but at least mine won't be completely cack like it was before.
Oh, I love the word cack.
I was already excited, and now my giblets tingling. My J3 sensors are.
Jimmy's not
vibing.
girded his loins enough.
I can't wait till we can do that again. All 3 of us getting together in one room and doing content.
And then after those, we'll record for Twitch and YouTube, right?
Yeah, Of course. Yeah. OnlyFans first.
Yes, always.
Everything else after.
September 2025. Mark it in your calendars. J3 OnlyFans.
Even
Wait.
if we've broken up by then, even if we've gone our separate ways,
Even
you
if
get an
we've,
OnlyFans.
if we've what?
I said if. I didn't say we will.
I still don't
Have
even
more
like
faith,
the
Jimmy.
thought.
What if I get hit by a meteor?
It's in your contract that you're not allowed to get hit by a meteor.
If it's
that's
going to
right.
happen to any of us.
Jamie, what about your win of the week?
Mine's nice and straightforward. We ran a quiz recently, which was written by Tegan. Thank you, Tegan, for writing the quiz. I know that you're listening because you listen
Thank you,
every week.
Tegan.
Thank you so much. And
Officially.
she has been decreed the best quizmaster, or the best quiz writer. And I got lots of my favourite beer. I got drunk while hosting the quiz. It was good. It was a good time. It was big fun. It's nowhere near as good as getting a mortgage, but it's pretty up there. I feel like it's a hard one to beat.
Yeah, I did feel like
Or a
my
third
one
one.
slacked a little bit.
I feel like we should have left Jimmy still last.
You told me to go first. Well,
It's
I know.
segued perfectly. We couldn't not.
That's true. And if we're all about anything, it's perfect segues.
Yeah. What's buying a third monitor got to do with being an adult?
You have spending money when you're not in debt, I guess.
True.
If you wanted to tie it back, of course.
You can get a
Or-
segue no matter what. You just have to find a really weird way to tangle it together.
Exactly. Trust in the heart of the cards. It'll all come together. It'll all come out in the wash. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Jamie, you didn't say your favourite brand of beer. How are we going to get that sponsorship if you don't drop their name every 5
It's-
minutes?
It's Siren Craft Brew, a wonderful small microbrewery in Wokingham. They're my favourite.
I
Well,
wouldn't say
I guess
they're
they're
not
not.
small anymore. They're quite well distributed.
I think they're still technically a microbrewery because I think it's the actual size of the brewery that makes it a
Ah.
microbrewery.
Not the size of
Um,
Brewdog in Ellen, which is fucking huge.
Yeah.
It looks like an offshore oil rig. It is
Well, fucking
massive.
huge. But yeah, they're super, super good. They're my favourite beers. And big love, sponsor us. Or just me. Just me. Leave the other two boys out of it if you must. I'll take it. I'll take it and run. I'm out of here, boys.
What we'll do is we'll get an individual sponsorship each. So depending who you watch will depend on the 10% discount code that you get at the time.
Oh, that'd be pretty fun.
That'd actually be kind of cool. Who would you want to be sponsored by, Joe?
Oh, you throw that question on me. Don't even give me time to think. I don't
Gun to
know.
your head. Choose right now.
Mine are just very much like things that I love, like Siren
Yeah.
and Source Shop. Like, they're just two things that I buy quite a lot of stuff from, and I really love them, and I would always recommend them. And I'm like, please.
So I would have
Hear
thought
my
Joe's would have been
voice.
something to do with like PC parts. Or...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it'd be a bit more fitting to what we do, isn't it?
I've already named a brand once in this stream. Acer, if you want to give me any more monitors, like I said, 3 has helped, but it's still not enough.
He needs
Hit me up.
6.
I want to go
Yeah.
to Joe's room and it's Minority Report. There's just like screens everywhere. He's got the gloves on. He's moving screens around, and it's just like there's not enough real estate.
It's free real estate.
It will be if you're sponsored by Ace.
Oh, and NVIDIA, if you fancy hitting us up as well, I wouldn't mind a 3090. Just saying.
Nice.
What about you, Jim? Who's your dream sponsor for us?
I know obviously I dropped it on Joe, and I should have used that opportunity to think, but I didn't really think about it. I also wouldn't mind like a food or drink sponsorship like Brewdog, or I don't know.
Cat litter bags. That
It's weird you say that.
sanitation company that
Yeah.
make cat litter.
I was thinking something cat related for Jimmy too.
All right, Zoo Plus, if you want to sponsor me, or I don't know, maybe like Crunchyroll or something would be kind of cool.
Fuck, I was going to guess that, but you started like throwing in your ideas before I could get there. But I was like, I bet
Sorry.
he's going to go something anime, isn't he?
yeah, I mean, like Crunchyroll would be an easy one to flog as well. Just saying, hook me up. Give me a free subscription for. I don't know why I said it so weirdly.
A
Subscription.
Give me a free sub for the rest of my life, and I will give people 10% off with the code J3Jamie on checkout.
Did
It
you
would be
say-
worth it, actually, giving him a code for the rest of his life because he's going to get hit by a meteor soon.
Exactly.
Oh,
it,
that's
won't,
true.
it won't even be for that long.
And then I can talk about the top quality anime shows on your streaming service. Live just an hour after streaming in Japan. Look at that. Damn, I'm good at this.
Wow, we've already sussed it out.
Can't
Jimmy,
believe we're
did you
doing
say
ads and we don't even do ads.
you want to be sponsored by Anuses, the butt cream?
Yes, I do actually. A new soul,
Anuses.
actually.
It really takes off the sting. You could be a walking advert, that billboard that just... Actually, those guys that go around spinning billboards outside.
Cream
just a
here. Just put it to the anus.
picture of an anus and some cream all on the same board. You're up there spinning it in your Spider-Man outfit because that's the meme.
For real, right? I want to throw this out there now that you've brought this up, which is not a place that I thought this podcast was going to go. How does one become a board spinner? And the reason I ask is, how does someone know that they can do that? Or do they have to go train for it? How do you become a board spinner?
You go to South Korea and do the training camp. Like
How
League of
do you-
Legends is next door.
Blimey.
Do
I
people
was
just
thinking
go
more as a
like,
uni
oh,
course.
I'll be a board person, and they get given a board, and then just while they're outside, they end up just practicing spinning it
Well,
until
yeah,
eventually.
like what else are you gonna do? Stand
But
there?
you never see anyone be bad at it. They're always good at it.
Oh no, there's two separate, very distinct camps. There's the guy who just holds there and waddles it a little bit, and then there is your Bruce Lee board flipper motherfucker.
Well,
Coming
who does the sandwich board fall under? Which category does that come under? Yeah, like the one you wear that's like front and back, the sandwich board.
Oh, that's just your poor chap minimum wager, like when we used to do it at Cineworld.
Wow.
There was a mascot costume at Cineworld, wasn't there? Or am I thinking of somewhere else?
We didn't have a mascot costume, but we did have a hot dog costume, if you remember.
That's it,
for
yeah.
Whenever Rollover decided to do a promotion on hot dogs.
So yeah, those poor souls. So make sure you tip them generously, Americans, for no reason beyond their own sanity.
That's it. Done.
If you
Yeah.
live in America and you know how to become a board spinner, please
Yeah,
let us
at
know.
Jamie.
Or let me know. I want to know. I want to know
Write
what the
an
process
essay.
is.
In specific detail.
A strongly worded
Yeah.
500-word letter.
Listen here, you fucking mug.
I want you to be telling me, but with aggression. That's what I want.
You think anyone could just become a board spinner, you pillock?
I was born.
When I was 2 months old, I barely out the womb I was flipping boards, you pylon.
Pylon.
My ma and da sent me off to board school when I was just a wee lad.
I thought I was being naughty, but no, they actually just wanted me to flip signs for a living.
They wanted to give me the good life.
The worst thing about the ones who are really good at flipping it, where the fuck's the shot? Because it's just spinning in circles all the time.
That was a Vine at some point, I'm sure of it. Someone threw it up and like, but which way is it?
Great savings this way. I can't go up. Holy crap, is that the time already? We need to move on.
Speaking of food companies, Jimmy has this story that he's been wanting to tell, and he wanted to tell it last episode, but we didn't get around to it. He's been itching. You can see that he's been doing this weird shaky lefty-righty thing for the entire episode because he's waiting to burst out.
We
with
can't
this
rob
story.
him of
So
this
we're going to skip
opportunity
straight
again.
over it, actually, and go straight to podcast question of the...
All right,
Good
sure,
idea.
nice.
Yeah, nice.
Go on, Jimmy, take it away.
Let's go. So, not too long ago, Joe and Amanda ordered dessert as a takeaway. And I think Amanda put up a picture somewhere. It might have been in our Discord or something. And me and Jodie were inspired, so we were like, we're going to order dessert tomorrow. We totally did. It was great. But the weird experience I had was, so everything was normal. We ordered the dessert. I think we got like waffles with ice cream on top and like some tasty toppings, Oreo crumbles or something. I'm not entirely sure what it was now. Long time ago. All went fine. Ordered it through Just Eat. By the way, sponsor us, Just Eat. And then, yeah. So, yeah. You know when you normally like get your delivery, like even like now and then, well, even like now in Corona times, they knock on your door. They'll like take a step back, watch your food get picked up, and then be like, "Oh, hi, enjoy your meal," or whatever. So we get a knock on the door because it's dessert. It was like 20 minutes later, so nice short wait. Open the door, and the guy's just standing there staring at me, and we're like, "Oh, thank you." It just continues to stare through me like I've ruined his night, and then I close the door, and then he goes. It was really weird.
He didn't say anything?
No, he didn't say a word. He didn't even blink. He just stared at me, and I like picked up the food and like closed the door, and he turned off and left. And it was just
How bizarre.
yeah.
This
And
is
you're
Jimmy's
not- you're
version
not
of the
dead.
story. I want to hear the delivery guys. I want to hear what Jimmy actually said to him when he opened the door.
The guy was actually terrified. He just heard.
I wonder if maybe Jimmy turned to Jodie and actually was just like, about fucking time, and then opened the door, and he obviously heard what you said.
You know, I'd never say anything like that.
The guy thought Jimmy was trying to upsell him bottles of water.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah,
That
it's
is weird, though.
really uncomfortable.
Maybe he was
really
just having a
strange.
really bad day.
Possibly, but
He wanted to take it out on someone, and then you answer the door, and he was like, this guy's too friendly. I can't take it out on him. That's not fair.
He
was
had to
having,
hold
this big
everything
internal
back.
Struggle, yeah.
could have like nod. He didn't even like nod or anything. No, like didn't acknowledge my existence whatsoever, apart from the food leaving the doorway and going into my house.
You cut off there, but I assumed you said
I
the
hiccuped.
door leaving the food leaving my door into my ass or something.
House.
my ass.
My ass. That's why I picked up my bum cheeks. That's why he looked weird.
He answered, "Start bollock naked." The guy was trying not to look at his knob and look straight at his face.
Oh, did it? Yeah. Have you guys ever come across like sort of like as the customer? I know we've had a lot of experience being the customee, if you will.
The customary.
Just
I'll
like
tell you what
something
we
that's
should
like
do,
rubbed
though.
you wrong.
We should write this down. Next episode, we should talk about our like work stories, because I love talking about work
Nice.
stories. Work stories
Me
are the
too.
best.
Oh,
We spoke
yeah.
about livid already, so we can skip over that bad boy.
I don't know if I've ever had any strange experiences as the customer. I'd have to have a very quick think just in case there is something I've like missed. But you do get some weird. After working in retail, you kind of give retail workers the benefit of the doubt, don't you? Sometimes you're just like, I get it. It's one of them days.
But like, there's still like a baseline of common courtesy that I expect, and I wish this was the only time that this kind of experience has happened to me. But I also like went through McDonald's drive-thru once, and the person who gave me food didn't even look at me. Literally just stuck her arm out with the bag.
Oh, that's just McDonald's service, though.
That's the only time this happened though. At least they like look at you or like nod at you or something. Wasn't talking to anyone, just like surrounded by her colleagues, just like fist out. That was it. And it's just like, that's weird.
The one near me was very friendly. I've got nothing bad to say about the person that gave me my food when I last went to McDonald's.
The thing is, Jim, the way you've described what they did made it sound like you were stark bollock naked again.
I need to stop going to takeaways naked.
I'd start getting dressed in the morning. It's just such an inconvenience.
Oh, it's such a hassle. Like I could just free ball it wherever I like.
Free ball. Wait,
You know,
how many?
no, I meant like free in the wind. Just like nothing obstructing my balls. They're free.
Yes. That's
If
what you meant.
if you at home listening, I'm talking to you,
Put some
have
clothes on.
A, stop eating your desserts fully naked, and B, if you have a strange story of like you being a customer, would love to hear that too. Would love to read through some of those.
Yeah, because that's it. Like, no, you don't normally hear it from the customer side. That is genuinely just like, okay, that's a bit odd.
Some guy's gonna contact us and say, "I'll serve by this guy at a cinema, and he gave me 2 bottles of water when I didn't ask for it." He said something, I hadn't got no idea what it was, and all of a sudden I've got 2 bottles of water
Didn't have
and
the heart
charging
not to
me
pay for
like
it.
£5. And he did it all with a smile on his face. How weird.
I tell you what, that would be super weird reading a customer story like that and then being like, "Oh my god, that was me."
I never want to be in that situation. That'd freak me out.
That'd be strange, huh? Especially if you didn't realize that you did something weird and they thought it was really strange.
Yeah, maybe they think they're not in the wrong, and it's just like maybe it's like a difference in sort of maybe I'm the weird one by saying thank you to just one particular
And
person. I
being
don't
stark bollock naked when you accepted your
know.
dessert.
We noticed. It's not weird.
I think what's even weirder, as opposed to being stark bollock naked, accepting your delivery, just being fully clothed, but with your cock hanging out of your flies.
Just your elephant trunk,
Yeah.
Is it
It's
because
like
like an effort has gone into getting it out?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That
You're
doesn't
naked,
happen
you
by
can be like,
accident.
Oh, I got
Well,
outside.
Can you imagine going for a piss though, and then you hear the door ring, but you don't want them to go, so you're in a rush to get it all kind of tucked back in, but somehow you mess up. And you go to answer the door, and it's there. You're like, wait, there's a reason for this. I apologise, it's not on purpose.
They're like, oh, this is cold. Oh no.
Yeah. There's a breeze tingling down my leg. Oh, hold on a minute.
Yeah, I can't believe that I'm the only one with a weird experience. So fair enough.
I probably have one. I just have buried it somewhere. I'd have to have a think.
Yeah, same.
Deep in my
I
psyche.
can't think right now.
Yeah.
All scarred.
for sure I must have had a weird experience, but I just can't think of one off the top of my head. But we could always come back to it at a later podcast and possibly even read some other people's out as well. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Be great if you
Give
had
us
some
your
stuff to
stories.
read out from like listeners and stuff. That'd be really cool.
We can make it a segment. I'm happy with this.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. As of today, right now. Bosh.
Viewer
Send us stories. We will read them. Do it or else.
Dramatically. We'll do the voices and everything. What do you mean £5 for 2 bottles of water?
Jimmy will rock up to your house, start butt naked with 2 bottles of water and sell them to you for £5.
Speaking of viewer stories, should we move on to podcast questions of the week?
Hell yeah.
There's that segue again.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
delicious.
I couldn't not. It was there. Presented itself to me. Couldn't ignore
What
it.
is-
Much like
what's
Jimmy
today's question?
collecting his dessert. So the question of the week, posted by Trinity. Did any of you...
FzMzTrinity.
Yeah, FzMzTrinity, or as he's known as on our Discord channel, Drinity. Did any of you ever consider going for a pro gaming career? If so, what game would it have been? Jimmy?
So I would interpret this like, because I've never considered going for a pro gaming career, but I guess I could read this as if I was going to choose a game that I was going to become like full professional at, like literally like this one game is my like life focus and I'm going to like make money playing this on stage or I don't know, in a competitive environment. I'd be tempted to say World of Warcraft, I think.
Ooh.
Okay.
But then I don't know. I'd say either World of Warcraft or Overwatch, but then with FPSs, there's like a level of, I don't know. I get wound up easier on FPSs, whereas like World of Warcraft is like something that I can constantly do to improve myself, and there's always like something new to learn and a new challenge to take on. Not to say that Overwatch doesn't have that, but for me, I prefer the MMO element over the FPS element.
Is there I obviously know you can play World of Warcraft competitively,
Yeah.
but is there a such thing out there as like competitive competitions where you can kind of win money in World of Warcraft?
So what I'm aware of is that like the top, I don't know how many number of guilds, maybe like the top 10 or top 20 guilds in the world are contracted with Blizzard to be like the top end of like their content. So like for those who don't know, like raiding the World of Warcraft comes in like 3 tiers. You get like normal, heroic, and mythic, and obviously mythic is like freaking impossible. But like these top 20 guilds will like, when the new content comes out, will race to become like the first to beat it, if you will. And there's always like this huge like hype around it, and everyone knows everyone around it. And the way that like those guilds operate, there's like money going through it, but because there's also like the PvP element of World of Warcraft as well, and they do like a tournament. They do like 1-on-1 battles, 2-on-2
Okay.
battles, stuff like that. And you can do like a ranking system. There's literally, it can go on for ages. There's so much there to like potentially like, go professional with in different ways for WoW. Even
Fair.
just sell gold, I guess, but that's illegal.
Oh yeah, for real money.
Yeah. But yeah, like seriously, like I think someone was telling me like one of the top guilds was like buying all the new stuff for like when Shadowlands came out, and they got in trouble because they were doing it illegally. But like apparently like millions of dollars were like trading hands because of like what they were trying to accomplish in the game, which is like insane to like comprehend.
Blimey. You've got to be serious into your game
Yeah.
if that's the kind of money you're spending on it.
Exactly. I couldn't get my head around that, but that is what I would go pro with still though. I imagine that lots
Fair.
of like things like that still have. Anyway, I'll let you guys carry on because I'll ramble. I'm starting to ramble
Well,
now.
For me, it was more. There's probably no like competitive FPS games that I'd be capable of doing really well in. I just suck at those kind of games. It's no secret. But the games that I used to do well in as a kid and thought I could probably make something out of this back before I knew you could actually make something out of things would be like old 2D platformers. So now it'd be a case of like speed running, I guess. So competitive speed running.
Yeah.
Jamie's favorite game, Rayman, not Mario.
hate
But I
that
got
game.
really good at these kind of games when I was younger. Probably haven't got that skill anymore. But if there was anything close to competitive gaming that I could potentially earn money from, would be that.
Nice. I can imagine that actually. I can see you as a speedrunner, especially for Rayman.
Yeah.
Imagine you at like Comic-Con or something like that. And they're like, here we go, the World Championships, completing Rayman in under 5 minutes. J-Free Joe.
I have been thinking about that and trying to play it trying to actually train, like play it, train the game, make myself better to try and speedrun it. Not to make money, just for like Twitch content, but maybe give a speedrun a go at some point.
That'd be fun. I'd
Be
watch
interesting
that.
to see. I'm sure I'd be no good at it. I'm sure there's people out there with stupid, ridiculous times, but it'd be fun to do anyway.
There's a crazy community by the sounds of it. One of our friends is into speedrunning, Dieter. He speedruns, I think he speedrun like Portal 2, but he's also like played like the Sly Raccoon series and stuff. And he said like the community is like so supportive, but on the same coin, they're literally insane. They're like screaming at you for like the smallest mistake.
Yeah, I imagine you get kind of both sides of the page with that.
Yeah, because it's such fine tuning, isn't it? Like the smallest mistake will like cost you like half a second, and that half a second like can cost you like your best run somehow.
Yeah.
What about you, Jamie? If you were to pro game, what would it be?
It's funny that Joe mentioned speedrunning because that was kind of where my mind went. If I was to choose something now, it would be either Dark Souls 2 speedrunning or possibly actually doing Portal 2 because it is one of my faves and I don't think I could ever get bored of it. And I reckon that I could probably, with enough like going through the campaign, I could probably do it pretty damn quickly. But if I was to pick a game that I was really good at when I was younger, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 100%. Like, not a shadow. I used to went into like those little, I forget what the tournaments were called. There was like this website you could go to and you could like sign up as a team and then you could schedule matches with other teams and then like go do like a 2v2 or a 3v3 or whatever it was against this team. And then whoever, once the match was over, both teams had to like log what the score was and like who won and stuff like that. So obviously people would like take photos of the winning score, blah, blah, and then post it up just to obviously prove it. And you could like go through like this ranking system like on this website. I used to do this with one of my friends from school called Jay. And I think it'd probably be that. That or maybe Rocket League. I've kind of started getting a bit worse at Rocket League now. But I think that's the game that I would love to be really good at. I just don't have the time to like sit and the thing is I've played Rocket League and Battle Cars, like the game before Rocket League, with the same control layout. And to get good at that game, I need a completely different controller mapping, and I can't like relearn it. I've tried, and I just can't do it. So I think Rocket League would be the one that I would love to actually go professional with because I love watching RLCS. It's fascinating. I love watching like all the stupid, crazy shit that people can do with a car that can fly. But if I was to pick something that I would want to do, I would probably go with I'd probably take speedrunning up. But if I was a lot younger and I was asked this question, I'd be like Call of Duty 100%, like Modern Warfare 2, because I was pretty good at them back in the day. Not so much anymore.
Had his own highlight montages.
Let's not talk about that.
How can we not? It's more popular than J3 was. I can't believe it. Wait, sorry.
Yeah, probably still is. Wouldn't speedrunning Portal, like once you just know how to complete it at each level, wouldn't it just be a case of doing it quickly?
Well, I guess that's just the case with any speedrun, though, isn't it? Like,
yeah, and then
you kind of don't really play the game anymore. You're just doing it quickly.
Well, but like a 2D platformer, that's the whole idea, is being able to do it. Whereas, whereas in a game like Portal, the idea of the game is trying to figure out the strategy. Whereas you're not trying to figure out anything in like a 2D platformer. You're just trying to get to the end. Whereas I feel like once you know how to do Portal, then it would become a platformer. How quickly you can jump over there, shove a portal over there, that kind of thing. Because you know where they're gonna go. That's not the game anymore. It's just
it's just become a game of muscle memory, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of video games, though, isn't it? Like, there's no set rule to say that you have to play it like by going through and solving the puzzle and you're done with it. Like, to like add that replayability is sort of like stretching the developer's imagination, if you will, to sort of put your own spin on it and impose your own rules, which is I think it's a really cool part of how like speedrunning's come around. That they've revitalized all these old games, like you said, like Portal 2, and if you did Rayman.
It's a really simple question to ask,
old games,
isn't it? Like, I wonder how quickly I can complete this game.
And then someone goes, "Oh, I can do it quicker than you," and then all of a sudden it's like this whole new thing.
I was watching someone today in the background while I was at work on Twitch, and they were doing a damageless speedrun of Sekiro, and I was watching it in absolute awe. Like, how can you? Because obviously just skipping everything and going straight to the bosses. And I'm like, how have you learned all of their attack patterns, like down to like the finest detail? It was amazing.
Don't watch it, man. It'll
No.
make you feel terrible about yourself.
It was impressive though.
Like as Joe said, it makes you feel so bad. Like, how am I so bad at this? And they make it look so easy. The people who do the Dark Souls 1 to 3 no damage 100 I guess speed run or just like even accomplishing it are insane.
No damage runs.
And
Christ.
if you get to like the last boss of Dark Souls 3 then get hit, you have to start from Dark Souls 1 at the beginning.
Yeah.
People who do that are on another level. I can't get my head around that.
The unsung heroes of the gaming world.
I just can't even imagine wanting to sit down and doing that. It just
How many hours must they have put into it?
yeah, thousands.
I think that is the thing that I think that's one of the reasons that I wouldn't really touch speedrunning is because I just don't have the time. Although I know that it's kind of not really about that I could just sit and like play Portal, for example, like once a week, like for a couple of hours until eventually I get it. But it would take me forever. But having the actual time to sit down and play a game over and over and over, and I just don't have the time to do it.
You have to train. It's like read.
Put all my plans aside. Got to play Portal again for the 590th time.
Or you could just do what like most speedrunners do and stream it. So then there's a record of you doing it.
Yeah.
And you're accomplishing your streaming target, I guess. I don't know.
So it's the one thing that kind of puts me off streaming it a little bit. It's because I just want to have a good time with it. I know I'm not going to be like the world's best, but people coming into your chat will be like, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's terrible. You're doing it all wrong kind of thing. And critique everything you're doing. And it would probably be annoying. But
I feel that.
you just try to ignore them, but it's difficult.
This is a great question. Asking like sort of what you do as a pro gaming career. Ultimately, I'd like what we're doing now and I won't change it for the world. But if it was just like my single focus, then yeah. And I had the opportunity to do so. I'd pursue the World of Warcraft route, I think.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I think that's, Do it now, Jim. Quick, go practice.
See you guys.
Contact the guild. Join them.
Talking
Which guild?
earlier in the podcast about setting yourself a deadline.
Yeah.
You've got
I've
one
got to
now.
be pro by tomorrow night.
Hell yeah.
Do it now.
Go on it, son.
I like my pace that I go through on WoW. I think I'm past the point now where I could have like... There was a point where I was like playing WoW every day for like 8 hours and I could have like sort of dug deep and became a professional raider or a professional PvP player or whatever, but those days are long gone now. I barely get time to play for 2 hours a day.
You have a mortgage now.
Exactly. Another secret of being an adult. Make time for yourself. Oh my god. I just want to play video games all the time, but I'm so busy with other things. At least with like streaming, that became like a way to put more video games into my life.
Yeah. True that.
And spend time with my homies. 2 birds, 1 stone. Home run, baby.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Home run, baby. Oh, sorry. Home run, baby. So it's about time to wrap up.
Yeah. We were so busy doing free ads for people that we didn't do our own platform plug in the middle of the episode.
Oh my lordy, it's true.
I don't believe this. Jimmy, as you're the quickest at talking, get them done.
But now,
Yeah, quick.
Go! Quick!
ladies and gentlemen, if you like the content, please follow us on Twitch, YouTube, podcast, merch, Instagram, Twitter. All just search J3, you'll find us. Bye.
Except on Twitter, because it's JF_channel.
Right, but for real though, if you guys have enjoyed this, thank you very much. Yeah, we've been J3, 3 beautiful boys from the UK, if I do say so myself. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram if you want to keep up with our social medias. You can find us if you search for J3 Channel or at J3_channel on Twitter. We're on Twitch as well at twitch.tv/J3 Channel and youtube.com/J3 Channel. If you can go, if you're not already watching this on there, go on there, give us a subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell. It'll help us immensely to be able to continue providing you that delicious, sweet content for your eyes, ears, nose, and mouth.
That will help us fight the ultimate boss of life, the algorithm.
The final level of YouTube.
Nice.
If you could do that for us, that'd mean the world. Thank you very much for listening. And
Would love you
have
forever
the
and
rest
ever.
of the day back.
I already do love them forever and ever. Always.
This
Cool.
is weird.
I'm gonna sign
I'm so
off.
used to when we sign off YouTube with Joe going, "What are we doing in the next episode?" With the podcast, we're just like, "Cool, nice, good,
Nice.
all right."
Nice. Yes. Cool. But it's like we say that because we know you can cut them all out. Unless you just
That's
make
true.
a compilation of them.
Welcome to 5 hours of Jamie, Joe, and Jimmy saying cool, nice,
Cool.
okay.
Nice.
All right, guys. Love you all. Thank you very much
Stay
for
safe.
listening. Stay
And
Cheers, guys.
do the good stuff always. Don't forget to save your money and put money into your pension. And all the other adults are drink water, sleep. Okay, right. Bye. Bye. I'm wiggling. Come on, wiggle with me.
you're
Why are you doing it?
Where are you going?
Ah! Nice. Joe's doing a weird one. It's weird. I don't like it.
It's
Joe's
vertical.
put his own flavour on.
Change it.
Just like Jamie's screen. It's vertical.
Paprika.